السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. مرحبا بحضراتكم مرة تانية في سلسلة انجليش في الوريد اللي فيها نتعلم الانجليش من البداية لحد مستوى الكلام ان شاء الله. انقطعنا فترة كده بسبب بعض الظروف، والحمد لله الفيديوهات اللي فاتت كلها كانت متصورة قبل كده، ومحدش فكر ان انا هتكلم عربي، لا احنا هنتكلم انجليش زي ما احنا، بس دي المقدمة بس. اتكلمنا في المرات اللي فاتت عن الاشياء الضرورية عشان نتكلم انجليش، واتعلمنا اجزاء الكلام والاسماء والضمائر والصفات والظروف او الاحوال، والنهارده ان شاء الله هنتكلم عن الافعال، وباذن الله هيكون النهارده اخر حلقة في المستوى الاول، وبعدها هيكون الامتحان، وبعد كده نخش في الجزء التطبيقي بداية من المستوى الثاني ان شاء الله. والنهارده هنتكلم عن الافعال بشكل الى حد ما نظري شوية، بس هنحتاجه بعد كده في الجزء العملي، فيلا بينا. Welcome back again. Today I will talk about the verb. What's the meaning of a verb? A verb means an action or a situation. What's the meaning of action? Action, this is something I do. What about a situation? We will talk about this at the end of the video. Okay, the verb in English should be one of these four or one of these four. So what's the meaning of these four and these four? We said before that we have some rules and we have some exceptions. So any verb that follows the rule, this is called regular. What about the exceptions? They are called irregular. So, for example, if I want to talk about the past, I do what? I add ed at the end of the verb. But what about a verb like go? I add ed and I say goed? No. Why? Because this is irregular. It doesn't follow the rule. What about a verb like play? I add ed? Yeah. So this is regular. So the first two are regular and irregular. The second two are transitive and intransitive verbs, and I talked about transitive and intransitive verbs before, and I said that transitive, this is the verb that needs an object. For example, if I say I kiss, can I stop? No. I should say I kiss what, or I kiss whom. For example, I kiss my hand, or I kiss my father's hand or my mother's hand. But what about if I say I sleep? Can I stop? Yes. Why? Because sleep is an intransitive verb. It doesn't need an object. But a verb like kick, kiss, or hit, they are transitive. They need an object. Okay, so we have regular and irregular, transitive and intransitive. The third two we have are main and helping or auxiliary verb. What's the meaning of main and what's the meaning of auxiliary or helping verb? Sometimes in the sentence I have one verb, and this is the main verb and the only verb, and the verb that I translate into Arabic, into English, into French, whatever. What about if I have two verbs in the sentence after each other or beside each other? One of them is helping and one of them is the main. What's the meaning of helping and what's the meaning of main? Main, this is the verb that I do or the verb that I need or translate. But the helping verb, it helps me. Maybe it helps me know the time. For example, I am playing. Playing here is the main verb. Why? Because this is the verb that I want you to know. This is the verb that I translate. This is the verb that has the meaning of the sentence. What about am? This is helping. It helps me know that this is happening now. Unlike I was playing. Was here is helping verb. Why? Because it helps me know that this is in the past. So helping verb could help me know the time of the sentence, or maybe in the question, or maybe in the negative, and so on. So we have main verb and helping verb. But be careful, because some people make some mistakes about this. For example, I have a car and I have played. Have here is not like have here, because have here is the only verb, is the main verb. So I can't say I haven't a car. No, and we will know that later in details. What about here? I have played. Have here is a helping verb. So can I say I haven't played? Yeah. Why? Because this is a helping verb. The last two types of the verb are action verb or state verb. What's the meaning of action? What's the meaning of state? In the beginning of the video, I said the verb is action or a situation. Action or a state. So action, this is something I do. For example, I eat. This is an action. I eat. I do something. What about love? Can I say I am loving? No, this is not an action verb. It's a situation. I love. I hate. I know you. I prefer apple to banana. So this is not something that I do. It's not an action, but it's a state verb. So in the action verb, I can put ing, but in the state verb, I can't put ing. So the verb could be regular or irregular, transitive or intransitive, main or helping or auxiliary. Then we have action or state, and this is the end of the video of today. طبعا كده اتكلمنا عن الفيرب وعرفنا شويه مصطلحات خاصه بالفيرب اللي هنحتاجها بعد كده. احنا مش محتاجينها دلوقتي قوي في نفسها، لا احنا محتاجينها لانها تساعدنا في حاجات بعد كده. وان شاء الله المره الجايه نبتدي ليفل 2 وهنخش في المستوى التطبيقي بدايه من verb to be ان شاء الله. ما تنساش تحل الامتحان الخاص بالمستوى كله باذن الله، وما تنساش تشترك في القناه. السلام عليكم ورحمه الله وبركاته.